What is going on, everyone? So, I'm back with another episode of Lords Mobile. We're talking about increasing troop type attack power, and we are currently on Cavalry, and on Cavalry, we are moving on to Familiars. So, there's just a couple to talk about as far as attack increase specific, and we're going to jump right into 1B with Yeti. The first one that you can do to have battle ready is this level 1 Yeti Familiar, and you can get your cavalry attack power increased by 15% at the start of the battle. So right away you're going to get that 15% boost, and there's no time limit on it, and that's pretty awesome little addition to your attack power. Strongly recommend getting that guy. Should be pretty easy, and I'm not a big fan of Pact 1B, but you should have gotten plenty of those tombs. Is that what they're called? Anyway, you should have gotten plenty of those tombs based on, based on Aquarius here. If you followed any kind of path that I've been talking about, if you've done Aquarius at all and started building him up, which I highly recommend, even if you are an attack, because that one will give you stamina, but that's neither here nor there. If you've built that one up, then you probably have enough for Yeti on top of that. So that's a nice pact to build up out of the ones. Not a big fan of one in general, but yeah, I like that familiar. The next two to talk about are Pact 3. Now, the Noceros is not battle ready. It doesn't have a battle talent, but you can permanently increase your attack power your cavalry attack by 10% with him just by getting that skill up to master. So you only need to advance the Noceros to adult and then get that to max, and that'll increase 10% on top of your normal, and that's a permanent effect, so that's nice, and you won't have to worry about bringing him into battle to get that boost. It'll just always be there once you get it done. Then the third one is another battle ready familiar. This is this is Goblin. So increase cavalry attack by 100% when 10% of your cavalry troops have fallen, and it can stack. And so this isn't necessarily a direct before battle or right at the start of battle, but it keeps on increasing as the battle goes on. So if you have 10%, let's say you have 100 cavalry with 1 attack power each, and then 10% of them die, so now you're down to 90, right? Let's start that over. So you have 100, right? And each of them has an attack power of 1. That means you have an attack power in total of 100. And then if you lose 10 of those and you're down, it's going to add on 100% to the remaining 90. So now each one has an attack power of 2. 2 times 90 is 180. So you've gone from 100 to 180 total attack power on your enemy. And if you kind of keep thinking about that, when you drop down to 80%, you're going to get another 100. 70%, you're going to get another 100. And so you're just going to keep on stacking that effect, and by the end it can be significant. It can very much sway the battle one way or the other, or at least have more of an impact than a lot of things can. So this is a really strong one. I do recommend that you get it, and it's battle ready. So that gives us one guy to develop, one familiar to develop, and then we have that familiar that you can develop is outside of battle, right? So we have that skill that you can make permanent, and then we have 2 more, which are the Goblin and the Yeti, which will increase your attack power while you're actually in the battle. Now, those are my top 3 that I would recommend for this specific task, and then after that, if you're thinking about like what to do next, I just have some real basic recommendations. I'm not a big fan of increasing HP, which is health, or defense of a cavalry unit, but there are some familiars out there, such as if you look in Pact 1A, you have, was it 1A? Let's see. Oh, I remember. Okay, so in 1A, you have Oak Root here, and Oak Root will give a debuff. This is one you could consider. At the start of the battle, reduces enemy infantry defense by 40%. So if you're an attacker, if you're cavalry attacking, then you want to use this guy to help make those infantry weaker that you're about to attack. and that way you can get through the battle even more effectively. So it's not necessarily increasing your attack power, but it's decreasing their defense, which in a way is like increasing your attack power. So that's not too bad. And then we also have Pact 1B. We have Terror Spike, who will give another debuff. At the start of battle, reduces enemy infantry max HP by 40%. Again, you're hitting them and killing them faster, so that reduction is going to be helpful, I think. And that's just right at the start of battle and no time limit, and so that's kind of nice. That's one that I might consider putting on to the wall with my other ones. And then from there, let's see, do I have any others? Strix and Boulder, 2A, 2B. So let's go one of each of those. Strix is going to give your cavalry max HP an 80% boost for only 10 seconds when 10% of your cavalry troops have fallen. So I'm not a big fan of that one. I don't like limited helpers, and 10 seconds, frankly, is not that long. But, I mean, if you count in a battle 1, 1,000, 2, 1,000, and you go up to 10, it's making a difference, but it's not amazing. So it's not the first one that I would go after. But if you're looking to fill out those slots and you haven't reached Pact 3, Pact 4, something like that yet, then you might consider that one. And then, was it Harpy? Let's see. It was... Oh, Boulder. Here we go. Boulder. So in this one, you can increase your cavalry defense, again, 10 seconds when 10% have fallen. And same kind of deal. I'm not a huge fan of those. But just something that if you're not quite ready to get to that Pact 3, Pact 4 type of situation yet, then you might build up these other guys just to make your infantry more robust in the beginning. And as you go up in packs, Pact 3, Pact 4, Pact 5, each time you go up, it's significantly more challenging to get them developed into the familiar that you want. So if you're kind of like, I just want to make my army as robust as possible, as immediately as possible, then you might want to go after... I strongly encourage you to at least get to Pact 3. You can ignore Pact 4, but Pact 4 does have one good one in it that at least one good one in it that I want to point out. If you're to Pact 4 and you're thinking about developing additional ones for your overall army and how effective your cavalry will be in battle, then you want to go to let's see, which one was it? Saberfang. So Saberfang is going to give a shield that protects 7% of your cavalry from a killing blow when 12% of your cavalry have fallen. So in that scenario, like right away in the battle, you have 10% of your cavalry drop, and then boom, out comes Goblin from Pact 3, and he's going to increase your cavalry 100%. And then 2% later, a bunch of 7% of your cavalry will be protected from a killing blow, so they'll still be able to stand there and battle. And it doesn't say how long, so it, you know, on that Pact 4, it may be permanent. Maybe those guys are just protected from a killing blow. I'm not, maybe it's just that killing blow immediately. I'm not 100%. It'd be interesting to find out, because if they are protected from a killing blow, then your leader might always be safe going into a battle like that, which I doubt. So I'm sure it's something a little different. But it doesn't specify. But that's what I would do for these familiars for cavalry specific attack boosts. And I gave you some extras in there to consider. Obviously, Mega Maggot's going to be a good one for stunning the enemy heroes. And that's going to be helpful for you if you're kind of looking to fill out those extra spots and you don't want to go the health or defense route or the debuff route. Then you could definitely increase or build up and train that Mega Maggot and stun those enemy heroes, which is going to be helpful. And then there's whole army attacks or whole army effects. And my favorite is going to be Griffin for that one, obviously, because it gives you 200% attack boost. And it takes a little time to trigger, and it also... it only stays for a short period of time, but 200% is significant. It's going to make a big sway in the military difference for that short amount of time. But that's it in this video. If you guys have any questions, hit me up in those comments. If you like these videos, please hit subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.